Do you remember that something the night of September?
The Boys. What did I think about the show? I thought it was pretty good. First off, let's talk about The Boys. Butcher to start. He is really brutal. The scene that really shows how brutal he is the Mesmer scene. It shows how ruthless he is. I also really like the ending where Butcher finds out that Becca was actually still alive and raising Homelander's son the whole time. I also really like the scene where Butcher was fighting Translucent. Alright, now let's talk about the main character, I guess, Huey. I really like Huey's arc, how he became a timid person into a thoughtful person, unlike Butcher. I also really liked how Huey's girlfriend impacted him and how her death set the tone for the show. Also, one thing I didn't like about the show was Huey's and Starlight's relationship and how predictable it was. Alright, another character that I liked but didn't have that much to do was Mother's Milk. I mean, yeah, he was funny at some points, but he didn't do that much. He was basically like a character to make jokes and sympathize with other characters. That leads to the next character, Frenchie. I really like this character and how he figured out the only way to kill Translucent is to put a bomb up his butthole, I guess. I don't know. I also really liked his relationships with other characters like Mother's Milk, Kumiko, also known as the female. Also at the beginning of the show, when Frenchie and Mother's Milk met, they were really mad at each other, but at the end of the show, they realized they had nothing left to lose. Another thing I liked about Frenchie was how he changed Kumiko from a really violent person to a person that they could trust. Alright, now let's talk about the last character of the boys, Kumiko. Her story is really complicated. Well, at least for me, I don't know, fucking stupid. And I really liked how we realized that she was a terrorist because when she was a little girl, her parents were killed, and her brother and her went into the terrorist army, and they got separated away, and she got injected with some of that compound V. Now that we finished with talking about the boys, let's talk about the seven, mainly Homelander. What I really liked about Homelander was how intimidating he was. He was basically, as people say, Superman. But if Superman was in our world, we'd be fucking scared. I mean, think about it. He could basically kill all of us if he really wanted. The scene that really shows how much of an asshole or person who doesn't really care about people is the airplane scene. This scene really shows how much he is willing to do and how much he really doesn't care about people. It also really impacted Queen Maeve. I also wanted to talk about Black Noir. He was probably my favorite out of the seven, even though he didn't talk much. Actually, he didn't even talk at all. But in the comics, it turns out that Black Noir is Homelander's clone. People are also saying that Black Noir might not be Homelander's clone, like in the comics. He may be just his own character, or he might actually be Homelander's clone, but who knows? Another character that I found interesting was A-Train. I thought he was funny sometimes, like he went to go visit the cancer kid and told him to outrun cancer. Another thing that I found interesting was how A-Train ran through Huey's girlfriend Robin and caused Huey to join the boys. And also what I found interesting was how he was addicted to Compound V and how he killed Popclaw just because she told Butcher about Compound V. Another character that I want to talk about was Queen Maeve and how she was impacted of Homelander not saving those people on the airplane and how she couldn't do anything because she can't fly, and there was nothing else to do. I also liked how Queen Maeve told Starlight that before she came, she was actually trying to help people, but after something happened with her and Homelander or the Seven, she stopped caring about people. I mean, not trying to stop caring about people, but like not trying to save people like before what happened in the Seven. One character that I really wanted to talk about was Starlight, and how in the beginning she thought she was born with the powers, but in the end she realized that her mother sold her to Vought so they could experiment on her. And once she realized this, she got mad and realized that, oh yeah, Hugh told her about that. Realized like Hugh wasn't such a bad person after all, and in the end of the last episode, she saves him. And yeah, one hero that I think will be joining the boys is the Deep. I think that he really fucked up and how he shoved his dick up Starlight's face, and I think the scene that really shows how he realized that he fucked up was when a fan was invited to his place and they had sex, but then she basically touched his gills up his abs. It was fucking disgusting, but he realized what he has done and he wants no more. So yeah, what do you guys think about the boys? Was it good? Was it bad? Remind me to score? I'll give the show a 9 out of 10. That's it. See you.
Ba ha ha ha. Ba-dee-ya. Say, do you remember? Ba-dee-ya. Dancing in September.